So here we are again. We will try to show you what happens. I have nothing prepared. You just can look at what I'm doing. First of all, we start with the motherboard. Put away what I don't need. Never seen this before, so I have to take a look. What we've got here, some SATA cables. This is one of the Go Faster stickers, I guess. Let's see. Well, maybe that's nice to have. Okay. Put the case aside. No, making a mistake here. Use the case to build up the system. Just exactly like carry this. Let's see what we have here. One motherboard. Just handle it by just touching the edges and not the components. So, you have to remove some plastic. Somehow the logo always needs protection. Okay. Here you go. There's some more. Okay, that's it, I guess. What is catching my eye is that with this motherboard we already have an I/O shield that is mounted on the board, so that is interesting. First of all, I think I start with the cooler, or at least the frame. No, I think we better take the processor first. How's Gary doing that? Time to make decisions. I think he always tackles the processor first. So let's do that. Here we go. And let's try to take the processor out of its casing before anything goes wrong. I think I wait for that moment just a little bit, because when something falls off and hits those little pins, you are in a sorry state. I need a little knife, which I have already here somewhere. So, to tell you about myself a little bit, I've been a technician for, well, in computers I'd say about over 30 years, and the last 20 years I've been in software. And before that I was working in hardware. also. So I built my own computers a few times, not as many as Carrie did, but I found his approach very good, very sensible. He's a very knowledgeable guy. He has a consistent way of working, and that's what I like. So I try to learn from him and do exactly as he approaches it. So here we have the processor. There's also an installation instruction. Well, leave that for what it is. So let's see if we can get it out. Here we go. There it is. As you probably know, we have some markings here. It's a little triangle. I don't know if you can see it, but otherwise you just believe me. And I line up a little triangle on the processor, and I just drop it into place. Wiggle it a little bit. That will be fine. And now, oh. So that's all about the processor. So that's one. You have to save this, and we put that in the motherboard box later on. Next in line is the Mugen 5 cooler. As you probably guessed, I already opened that box once because I got the screwdriver out. And let's see what we have here. We have a fan. We have a cooler. Get rid of the boxes and just put it here for a moment. Have a look at the clips. So this is cooling paste. We need those two brackets. As I remember from videos of Carrie, you need only those two for the fan. Those parentheses shape we don't use. It's for AMD processors. Here we have some screws and standoffs, I don't know. So that will be for another processor. Here we have the big standoffs. And screws. And the small standoffs go back in the bag. Okay. So, as I'm good informed, this is all I need. So, what we do next is take the motherboard and just touch the edges or the heat sinks see what I'm doing. The rubber pads go to the print. The holes should line up. The standoff is going to be put in the motherboard, or through the motherboard rather, and then we have to connect to the middle hole. That's one, and here's another one. This is not going to work for some reason. Let's see. Here's another standoff. Let's start. Yes. I think we are in business. Maybe loosen that one a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So, now these other two should be child's play. Should be, but okay, that is also this one. Okay. Okay. So this looks good. And now we mount the brackets. Let's see. Those are the brackets for the cooler itself to attach to. So they're all multi-purpose brackets because they fit a lot of different processor types. But I'm off one hole, so I need the middle hole. And sometimes okay, so this looks the business to me. I will, however, not mount the cooler yet, because I learned from the videos from Carrie that it is possible that cooler gets in the way. You put it in, or is in the way when you put the motherboard in. Especially these plugs here are very hard to reach. So what I will do is try to mount a EVO Plus, and that is here in this slot, and I will attach a few cables then and put the motherboard in, and when I have finished doing that, I will mount the cooler itself. See, it's quite a big thing. It will be mounted like that. Or like that. But now I have my brackets in the wrong place. So, sorry about that. It's a learning curve. So, actually, I should have known, because what Carrie is doing, always putting one bracket over this release lever first, and I'm just working in the opposite way. Well, maybe it should work, the cooler, but it's not what I intend to do. So I will correct it as you go. So here we go again. I hope you can all see what I'm doing. I'm just an amateur in this, so it's possible that you already left the video because it's too boring or too low of quality, technically. But nevertheless, I will continue because it looked a nice experiment to me to try and make a video as I'm just on the computer. So that's it. So the cooler will be put on later and will be positioned like this. And then we have a fan here, memory here, so that will be okay, I guess. So I think next up is NVMe drive for me at this moment. Let's see. Okay. There's some protective foil, and I will take that off. This is what I think that's what I mean to do. Let's open this one up. And see what's inside here. When you are as old as me, it is very astonishing that a little print like this can contain 2 gigabytes of data. That's incredible on a stick like that. Let's see. Hey.